Today is January 14th, 2025. It is 12:01 on the continent of Africa. This is Chief Abundance. You're welcome to the countdown to TACC Exchange going live. It has been indeed a journey of all journeys. But here we are, nonetheless, with the idea of creating a platform to address artificial scarcity, to address inequality, to usher in a united nation of Africa, to open up economic channels from Africa to the diaspora. We came on this platform with the idea and the philosophy that together we can. We realized for that to happen, we had to unlearn to relearn. We had to work outside of the scope that they gave us. We realized that we would never be able to materialize the mission and the vision of TACC except we all think big. And as we think big, we exercise and amplify that vision, that mission of TACC to include its slogan, philosophy, and its yearly theme from the inception. And so we promise ourselves to dream and become. We also promise ourselves that we will do this thing in one voice. We also told ourselves that there is no lack of wealth, and that the life that we live, the economic module that was given to us, the trickle-down economic module, we know it never worked for anyone in the past except the 1%. And so we know if that module supposed to work for us, we will die 1,000,000 times and rise 1,000,000 times. And so we have employed the idea that there is no limitation. What we have is abundance. And we also realize that poverty is a scam. Poverty is a scam. And we declare war on that scam in this global community. We declare war that the way we will change that narrative is by first change the way we look at things. And then the things that we look at will begin to change. And so we came to the point where we conclude and we told ourselves in 2025, it is finished.
Yeah. No, won't child, won't I, yeah. Won't you, won't I, yeah. Na, 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 na. Yeah. I wanna be rich. I wanna be rich. I wanna be rich. Yeah.
And so today is another milestone in that journey where we're now launching TACC Exchange, a historic moment for all of us. A moment that many doubted. When we started, they said it will never happen. The coin will never be certified. And trust me, we did certify the coin. And we went on 3 exchanges.
You wanna be rich, you wanna be rich, show me that carrot.
And on that journey, we were able to create our own blockchain, proof of stake, and now proof of authority. And today, after several hiccups and delays and technical challenges, that comes with innovation, that comes with transformational changes, that comes with shifting of lane. We know it was not easy for this community, knowing our mindset that we are not a people that really create long-term vision. We were indoctrinated to believe that we cannot do it. It is beyond us. And so today is another step where we are creating a platform to pool our resources that will be one of the key ingredients as we launch out into the different areas, whether in the social programs that we will have, the abundance musical, trade, festival, or the Rollback Malaria Initiative, or the Afro-Caribbean Cup of Nations. All these will tie in into what we are doing today. The Afro Diaspora City, which will be one of the key ingredients to give effect and value to what we're doing today. And so we are about minutes from launching the exchange that the globe is waiting for.
Let me tell you a little story about time. Be your own boss, you will never be on scribe. Invest little money, live like a star. If you want joy, job or retire. First of all, it's here very simple. Let me make the message clear to all of my people. Sending you the message from Maserati to Plebo. If you want that rich, you must sit on Jedi Pachipo. Call it your mind for anywhere.
And also, at this time, we will also talk about, you know, the whole journey. We would do flashback at where our slogan fits in, the things that we did on this journey, the minds that were stretched with abundance that they will never return to their original dimension.
Say it properly without me saying words. You are the only one that wants to collect all the impact today. I understand that.
I can't hear you.
One tap, one tap. 1 minute, one tap. Please, let's say it together.
Come again.
One time, 1 minute, one time.
So these are some of our youths there. I believe this was in Sokoto, and we now have in Ghana flashback. These were all going uphill moments, when we sat out to address inequality, we said that if we are supposed to do it, we have to involve the most vulnerable in our society. And so from the desk of Chief Abundance, a policy was engineered that in every country that we are in, 2,500 coins should be given to the youths, because if Bitcoin had done that at the price of it today and a couple of days ago, where it went over 100,000, our children would have enough money to go through university and even to start a business of their own. And so that was the genesis, while we went out there to stretch our young people's mind, to tell them that what they have seen in the past and their present reality do not have to be their future. And so that is why TACC came into life. And there's a global community of youths around the world. There's a global team around the world that is working to ensure that what was handed down to us, we will not pass it down to you. With our level of education and the level of information that has given to us, but not everyone grasps that vision. Not everyone realizes what this mission was and is all about. And the very people that you came, you saw the embarrassment of this system, having worked in there for 30, 50 and retire, can't even get what is due to them in terms of pension and have reduced to nothing. We said, we will change that story. But sad to say, the very same people that you're fighting for is the very same people that is fighting you. And so that is the sad reality. But nonetheless, it is a difficult road that must be traveled. And we in the community of Tiashen have vowed to travel that road no matter how difficult it gets.
On your channel for you operator into east. But when she setting in the market and she using TACC, look at how market feeling branch just from using TACC. One TACC, one child with any poverty. If you won't get rich, I recommend you cryptocurrency. One youth, one TACC, bring prosperity. Get up from your sleep and make your dream a reality.
One child, one time, one you, one time. Yeah, yeah. One child, one time, yeah. One youth, one time, yeah. Na 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 na.
Yes, we are launching TACC Exchange, a coin that many said never existed, but went on 3 exchanges. A coin that now built 2 blockchain and is now going live on its own exchange. And so as we contemplate the content of the book that we are now putting the facts, that book, that blockbuster that will shock the world, TACC, as we say, continues to go uphill. You're welcome. I do have my guests lined up, of which I will introduce.
I wanna be rich. I wanna be rich. I wanna be rich. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You wanna be rich. You wanna be rich. Show me that get rich. Na 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 na.
All right, and so I want to welcome those Theations that have joined us earlier. Actually, I've seen your comments. There are so many comments there that when I'm ready to hit them, there will be so much. But thank you very much. I saw somebody there with my namesake, Reverend Abundance. Have mercy. I wonder who gave that person right. To God be the glory and great things he has done and will do. It is finished. Thank you very much. We also have my brother there from Burundi, I believe, Sibangil Mavunza. I didn't give you a name. Oh. May the Almighty bless this family of Tiasha. Thank you very much. We also Emmanuel Igwe. Wow, I can't wait. Thank you, God. And so we have, our team from around the world. They have joined us in our chat room, our live chat room, and they also join us here on stage. And so we have Madam Cheryl, which is one of our billionaire in TACC. Madam, good morning. You're offline. Is that Madam Cheryl? Yes. Please, you're actually muted. Yes, go on now. I think you unmute yourself.
Thanks, I just realized it. Good day, everyone. You are welcome. Thank you, Chief. It's a pleasure to be here, and thanks for inviting me today to a wonderful occasion, a great day to celebrate. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam. That's Madam Cheryl.
I can feel the vibe and the energy. It's so strong. Gosh, are you ready? So when you dream, you can become. While in that, you overcome the poverty.
All right. We also want to bring on Mr. Carr. I think you're there. Please greet the house.
Good morning. Good morning, Chief Abundance, and good morning to the global community of Tiashans. It is indeed an awesome time to be alive, and an even more awesome time to be in TACC. So I just really want to greet everybody and welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Just dream and become.
Dream and become. All right, we have our state coordinator for Sokoto, Mr. Ben. Please greet the house. Okay, I think Mr. Ben, he's there. Can you hear us? Okay, I think he's not there. All right, let us bring, okay, I think he's unmuting himself now. The internet in Sokoto can be a challenge. That I know from being there. So I think that is what he's now facing. And these are the challenges when you solve global problem. So I will just have to remove him there and I will get back to him.
What's about to go down in time. There'll be a shift in influence and power and wealth breaks the bridge, dividing the class created. You dream, you can.
And we pause again to acknowledge our director of training, Dr. Delia Samuel. Greet the house, Doc.
Hello, good morning to you, my Chief Abundance, the captain of this ship. Good morning, TACC family. What a day to be alive. What a momentous occasion, long awaited. You know, January 14th, 2025 will be forever etched in the memory of this family. It's wonderful to be here.
Thank you very much, Doc. And also we have our ambassador for the Caribbean, Madam Nikiba. Please greet the house.
Good morning, everybody. Morning to the global community of TACCs. I am so excited to be here, seeing how the ecosystem of TACC is coming together. And I hope you are just as excited and ready to work as soon as this exchange is launched. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our ambassador. All right, I think we have our state coordinator from Sokoto now. Greet the house, Mr. Ben.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you very well. You're live. Yes, please. We can hear you. Greet the house.
Hello, good morning, everybody. It is quite a wonderful day to be alive. I will say it is.
Okay, I think we have missed him again. As I mentioned to you that in that part of Nigeria in particular, Sokoto, there are certain areas that is very dead when it comes to internet. So I do understand his situation there. And sometimes, you know, for you to understand this continent, you have to come, because you will say certain things, people will not understand exactly what you're actually saying.
Won't I, won't I, won't you, won't I, yeah, yeah. No, won't I, won't I, yeah. Won't you, won't I, yeah. Na, 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 na.
And of course, we are flashing back.
Oh yes, the Lord has really blessed us. Yeah, so I can send you my Mr. Steve Williams, aka Mr. Abundance, the CEO and the founder of the Abundance Pen Community. Kind of short cast a tag. What's the number T and K? People of Ghana, people from Ghana, the great weather we are doing for change. Change for our future, change for our children, change for better. It is time we need to arise and shine. Arise from your room there. Nobody will do this for you. Nobody, and then nobody. We have to decide for ourselves. Yesterday we spoke about this great opportunity that we have found very promising for our children and for the future and the betterment of our nation. It is nothing other than the Abundance Friend Community, which was introduced in 2019, late before the pandemic hit the whole world. 2020 through 2021. This company was launched just last month. By the grace of God, we are seeing through and going through. There is a great privilege. There is a great privilege for all the children of Africa. Every child from 1 to 17 years. There is a great privilege for all of you. And this what privilege are we talking about? What opportunity are we talking about? Mr. Abundance, the CEO of TACC, said he's ready to give every child, not only those that are attending school or going to school, and every youth of Africa one tag, so that in some few years to come, they will have financial freedom. They will have financial freedom and live a better life. And they'll be able to serve their Lord and their God well. They will not be corrupt by this corrupt nation that we are living in. And this bad and wicked most of the leaders who don't care about humanity, who don't care about their own citizens, who don't care about their own people, but their selfish interests. Only what they will eat and what their family will enjoy. It is time we change the system. It is time we decentralize all our monies and currencies. Listen to me well. This is why TACC is here this morning, TACC is here this day. Let every child of Africa arise and shine. Let every child of Africa have a better education. Let every child of Africa have a better tuition, that they will be able to stand in times of difficulties. It is a great vision. Even though it has started very small, it shall be great at the end. Everyone that is listening to me today is 18th day of June 2021. I want to admonish you and encourage you that don't ever give up. Oh yes, the Lord has really blessed us. Oh,
And that's our director for Africa Affairs when we launched TACC coin on Barrick Exchange in 2021. And so we are doing our flashback.
Feel the vibe and the energy so strong. Passions, are you ready? So when you dream, you can become. While you can, you overcome the poverty in the past. While you can, you overcome. Just dream and become.
Dream and become. All right, and so we go to South Africa to greet our National Executive Coordinator for South Africa. South Africa, you have also played a very key role in TACC expansion and in other areas where TACC initiative is at. So please greet the house, Madam Tiny.
Good afternoon, Chief Abundance. Good afternoon, Africans, all the members of TACC from Cape to Cairo, that is Africa, and the Caribbean, and almost all over the world. It's nice to be here, and I'm at peace now that our exchange is launching. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madam Tiny, hailing from South Africa.
What's about to go down in time? There'll be a shift in influence and power and wealth breaks the bridge dividing the class created. No dream you can become. By time you overcome the poverty in the past. While in time.
And so we turn to our Global Youth Ambassador, our Chief of Staff that have traveled to most places that I've been to in the trenches. A matter of fact, as we go through the streets of Nigeria, Ghana, you know, he command a lot of attention. A matter of fact, I think he drew a lot of attention to myself because as they see him look like a military man, they say, "Oh, who is this man?" And so, and so, Ambassador, you're welcome. I think he was even held up at the airport for extra time under interrogation. So you're welcome. Greet the house. Yeah, I think your mic, you're still your mic. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, sorry. Good morning,
Yes.
good afternoon, good evening, everyone. I have to look for a network because where I am, the network is not stable, so I'm just walking around. The situation is
Okay.
critical,
Yes.
yes.
Yes. That's
All
true.
right.
That's true.
It's,
That's true. Is African, huh? Yes. Go ahead.
uh-huh.
You're welcome. Yeah, we're listening.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. I want to appreciate the global community of TACC for their continued support, their dedication, their consistency in making sure we give birth to one of the greatest things that this world will ever see. I also want to thank our chief for his efforts for standing in the gap. You know, sometimes I say, Chief, I don't want to do what you are doing because I don't know where to start from. This thing is so heavy. So it's not really easy. And we are all here to build something. We are all here to build a house. Whatever we do here, we echo in eternity. Whatever we put in TACC now, we echo in eternity. We're not building TACC to do myself or Chief Abundance or anybody a favor. We are building TACC to do ourselves a favor because globally we are at the bottom of the economic food chain. And now that we are moving into Web3, where the real money will be made, we cannot afford to be left behind. We cannot afford to be users. We must be people that create platforms. Employees can never be owners. They can never be masters. They will always be slaves. We are already, if not for TACC, I will have said even in Web3 now, they are already leading us. So we need to wake up. We need to fasten our seatbelt. As Tini from South Africa, we say, we need to roll our sleeves. Pleasure to be here. And it's a good time. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Ambassador there. And of course, we will also realize that you still have small challenges with the internet.
Just dream and become.
All right, and so I will bring up the panelists so that, and I think everybody can just interact with each other. Let me see who is on stage there now. I don't know how many people I can bring there. Let me see. That's Nikiba and who else there? Let me see. Okay, I can only have 6 people there. All right, that's what they said. Okay, so I have Madam Nikiba, I have Madam Cheryl, I have Dr. Delia, I have Ambassador. I also have our but I think 2 person is off. That's but a car and our state coordinator from Nigeria. Okay, and so we'll interchangeable with with the panelists. And so yes, thank you very much. We are winding down to the top of the hour. We should be joined by one of the technician that are developing. So let me see. Sending them a message. Okay, and so while the message is sent, all right. So as I said, this has been quite a journey, and so Madam Cheryl, you have been with us for a while, and so tell us what this moment means to you.
My goodness. Thanks, Chief. Wow. There's so much to say, but we cannot say everything we want to say, yeah? So I must say, this journey has been a wonderful experience. Whether there were ups and downs, whether there were stumbling blocks, it was an experience. And you know, the experience is the greatest teacher. So it teaches a lot. It has taught me a lot. Personally, I have really, really learned, and I'm happy to have had that opportunity. You know, when I first got introduced to you, Chief, by our mutual friend Denver Goodman, I didn't hesitate because of Denver's credibility. We've known each other for all our lives, and so um, when I got to speaking to you, then it was just a different vibe. I should say that's the best way to put it, a different vibe. Because when you explained to me what you wanted to accomplish, especially for our people, you know, it just resonated with me because I've always had that kind of thought processing. I always wanted to do something for humanity. I didn't know how, just how, but it's like I had my ideas, you had your ideas, and it's your ideas in sync with mine gave me such a wide range of things to do, things I can do. When you told me about TAC, I was like, and you told me, you know, we need a lot of people. We need to a big expansion, a big base expansion. I said, you know something? If you need that, you have to go to one of three countries: Brazil, the Philippines, or Africa. And long story short, here you are in Africa. I mean, there was a lot before that happened there. We know that. But you are here now. And the thing is, we have to understand when we have a vision and we need a community, we will not always get what we want out of the community. We will have good, we will have bad, we will have what you call it, indecisive people, we will have trustworthy people, we will have dishonest people, we will have all kinds of people in a community. So I think maybe we went into this not expanding our minds to think of anything going wrong, but here we are, we had so many things that went wrong. But Chief,
Madam, let me ask you on the journey. What was your lowest point, and how did you handle it?
my lowest point was when, oh my goodness, Chief, if somebody, if a Tiashan was not there between the transition from the four exchanges we were on to our own exchange, they have not experienced TAC. I have to say that because my lowest point was when the dumpers came in and devastated TAC. That was my lowest because that's when I had a whole barrage of people from the community coming to me with all kinds of questions. You said we were going to do this, and look at where we are, and I want my money back. And you know, it was like a lot. It was a lot to deal with. So that was my lowest point.
All right, and so we want to thank you, Madam Cheryl, and hence the reason, you know, we do and say these things because there's a lot on this journey that many have not taken into consideration, and sometimes we forget the past, we forget the challenges, we forget that decisions strategically was made not to personalize anyone's gain, but for the greater good of the community. Because had we left the coin as it were, one should ask themselves today, could they really compare what they have in their wallet now to what they had? Yeah, and that's a question a lot of us fail to recognize, that having made that decision to create our own, having made that bold decision, because it's a decision that many would have just played it safe, what then would have been our result? And so, thank you very much, Madam Chair. Ambassador Nikiba, please give us your overview as to uh, what TAC means to you, and what's your high and low points on this journey.
Good day again, everybody. Well, everybody knows that I am a TACC fanatic because of the principles that governs TACC and also the leader. Because as I said, I am a person that deals with integrity. And once your principles are out of alignment, I would not associate myself with such people. So I could definitely say that TACC is my backbone in terms of me growing spiritually, growing in terms of mindset, and growing financially, because outside of TACC, I don't know what to become of me and my family in this economy that we're seeing going on out there. So I give all my praises to TACC, and I will forever continue to push the vision of TACC because I know, I am secured with TACC. I've been through too much to not know where my blessings lie. I just think based on experience, people should put one and two together and get the whole picture. But I am able to do that. So I have no doubts where TACC is concerned. I am just waiting patiently to meet all of you guys, under a better environment, one where we don't have to worry about tomorrow, worry about basic needs and stuff. So I am just grateful. And what would I say was my lowest point in time? I can't really say because I've been one to overcome all the challenges. But like where they come with, they always say if it's one thing, when we talk to you, we understand better. Because I just try to make them understand from where I understand. And you can only be able to do that when you keep up with what's going on. So as long as you're keeping up and you can relate the information to others clearly, that's the key in getting people to join TACC, because TACC is easy to join. It's not a case where, it's something that you have to keep convincing people over and over. Once you understand it, it is easy to get people to join TACC because it's the greatest thing ever. You don't have no worries
Thank you
where
very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ambassador. Well said. And it's how you manage information, how you connect and stay in tune with information without missing a step. A lot of us in TACC, but we miss a lot of steps, and that is the problem. Why some of us don't know how to present TACC. All right, Madam Tiny, are you there? Please tell us what TACC means to you, and how has it shaped your life down there in South Africa?
Good afternoon, Chief, and everyone there. Tech is everything. I breathe in tech, I breathe out tech, I walk tech, I cry tech, whatever I do. I love tech, everything. Uh, Tech has changed my mind and it has stretched my mind from where it was to where it is now. Secondly, with tech, um, I learned that people are behaving a different way, or people, their understanding are not the same. Sometimes they learn, or sometimes they read, but they don't understand. So I learned to teach the people to read and read with understanding. Again, it has taught me that we are the people of color who don't trust each other, who like instant gratification. But that has changed me from there to change even my people to move from instant gratification to do things which or to wait and to be patient with sex and do wonders. Because with sex, our story as Christians is finished. Our story is 100% okay. It's just that we need to drag those people down there on the ground who don't know anything about sex because ours is okay. Our generation, our bloodline are 100% okay. But now we need to lift Africa. We need to lift South Africa as South Africans. We need to lift Africa so that to build that diasporan city so that we can do everything on our own. Our
All right.
education.
Yes, thank you very much, madam, for your contribution. It is well said, well taken.
I wanna be rich. I wanna be rich. I wanna be rich. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You wanna be rich. You wanna be rich.
All right, and so we bring in our state coordinator from Sokoto, please. How this journey has affected you? I know that Sokoto, I believe, is the leading state when it comes to registered Tiashan in Nigeria. I know Sokoto states are one of those states that are highly educated and skilled in this field of cryptocurrency. And in my opinion, having been in Nigeria, Sokoto State will change the narrative, not only for Nigeria, but for Africa. You're welcome. And I know the work that your team, led by yourself, has done in Sokoto State. It was very evident when I was there. You're welcome. What's the journey was like for you?
Okay, thank you, Chief, for this opportunity to be here on this stage. And I thank God for a day like this that we are witnessing. I will say it wasn't an easy road down there, but it is what it's today. Whatsoever assertions that people brought while we were on the journey, today we have proved them wrong. In Sokoto, we were enjoined to stay in unity, even in our differences. We make up immediately and we move forward. We give everybody the opportunity to bring whatsoever he or she has in him to the board so that we can work with it. And that has kept us moving up till today. And we're able to achieve what we have achieved over the years, starting from our earlier leader, Dr. Boaz, down here. We were one, and our pains were for everybody. Our joy was for everybody. Even in our differences, we still make up immediately and we move forward. That is why we're able to achieve what we achieve over time. And we thank you for stretching our minds by listening to you every day, as you always quote that a mind stretched can never return back to its original position. And
And
we
so
bought into that.
I want to thank you.
Up-
I want to thank you, leader, for your ardent support with your crew there from Sokoto State.
Show me that carrot. Na, 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 na.
Let me tell you this.
And so we tap into the our director of training here, Madam Dr. Delia. Please, what's the journey has been for you?
Well, Chief, I'm the baby here, am I not? I came in, the baby. I came in October
you, kn-
22.
you you know what the Bible said now, that the first shall be last and the last shall be first. And you came in, yes, in 22, but you have impacted the community in ways that even those that join us has have not. So it's not how long you're on the journey, is your contribution. So go on, Doc.
Yeah, so I would say I went quickly from drinking milk to eating solid foods, right? So let me say
in
to
a
you,
very in a very short time, you were actually forced.
think so. I think so. So when I was introduced to TAC in 2022, I research. I do a lot of that. So I read the white paper through and through, trying to get the gist of what TAC is, what the mission is. And I even researched you, Chief. I even went online. And then I joined TAC because I saw this, and I've said this before, as a noble enterprise. And I felt that this was where I belonged. Why? Because it kind of mirrored who I was. Because who I am is somebody who lives to serve, who lives to want to better society, to improve the quality of lives of individuals. That's how my life has always been. And I saw TAC as being that, and knowing the power that we have, what we can do as a family to impact mankind. I don't think we theatrians realize what we can do, and so this is what TAC was for me. And in this journey, I have been changed, Chief. I have been changed. I've been changed through you. I've been changed through all of the theatrians I've met throughout the world. And I have grown to love so many of you that I've not even seen. You have made me a better person. Now I know what limitless really is. You have changed me. I have learned how to discern. Chief, I've learned a lot of wisdom from you. Yeah, you are a true captain of this ship. And Chief, you did not have to do this, Chief, but you did. You did not have to sacrifice so much, but you did. And you are managing this ship so well. And what a job! And look at the array of people who are in this community. You have those who see the glass as half full. You see those who see the glass always as half empty. You see those who are complaining. You see the doubters. You see the believers. You see the betrayers. You see the selfish. You see the unselfish. Chief, hats off to you, Chief. You manage us, and you manage us so well. And I learned so much from you because of your leadership. You have made me into a better person. And I am here to give TAC my all.
Thank you very much, Dr. Delia. And I must say to you that you are so efficient and you're very time conscious when you are given assignment. Uh, I saw that from the beginning. You're also a person that pay attention to detail, and you are a problem solver. You think outside of the box, and TAC is better as a result of your input, your leadership skills, the way how you're changing the way we view things in this community. And so, Doc, what was your lowest moment in TAC?
I think it's lately, Chief. Miss, as we say in St. Lucia, Miss. I mean, you said that this mission brought out the waiting for the launch brought out the worst and the best in people. And yeah. I saw the worst in people, man. One of them even texted me saying, if this does not launch by the 10th, I'm telling you, I will be very angry. I mean, come on, man. Come on. So this was my lowest, the lack of unity, the fact that we are not seeing the way forward and where we are headed.
Doc, let me ask you, what can you contribute to that type of behavior? Is it education, lack thereof? Is it not paying attention to details? Is it that they're not informed? Is it that they're not following what we're doing in the community? Is it unrealistic expectation? Is it do not understand the complexity of this what we're doing? Is it not understanding the whole mission and vision of TAC and the problems that we're trying to solve? Is there anything there that you can point to that may have brought people to that level that their only focus is on the exchange?
All of the above, Chief, but I honestly think a lot of us do not understand what TAC is and what TAC can do. Because if we all understood this, we would be behind this 100%, even though we had to wait 3 or 4 more weeks for the exchange. The exchange is not all, it's the beginning. But it is not all. There is still so much that we can do together. I do not think we understand TAC, and we do not listen. We do not read. And honestly, Chief, there are some troublemakers in here. They're just out to make trouble. I honestly think so. But in a nutshell, we do not understand. We do not live, sleep. Like Madam Tiny said a while ago, breathe TAC. It should be inside of us. We need to serve. That is what TAC is, to serve humanity, to lift up humanity, to make humanity better, to play your own part, because all of us has a part to play.
Thank you very much, Doc. And I think you have analyzed it very well. And as I said before, that life is a journey. It is a road that must be traveled, no matter how difficult it gets. And TAC is a part of that journey. And we must do it, because if we don't, then the question is, who will?
Yes.
And it must be traveled. The changes must take place. If it's not done by us, we will just kick the bucket down to the next generation. And so at this time, I would like to bring in your able assistant, our Deputy Director of Training, Resources, Communication, and also our Director for North and South Latin America and the Caribbean, in the name of Mr. Carr, who hails from Antigua and Barbuda. I think he came in as early as 2019 or 2020. They were about early, if I'm not mistaken. So he saw a lot that took place on this journey. And I would really like the director to go over, take some time, a little time to go over the training that you did not too long ago. I think a lot of people miss the importance of what we're doing, the importance of the exchange, the importance, of the diasporicity, the importance of what will, the elements that we have built in this community to ensure that, we give value, we maintain value, and what all these aspects mean, the exchange, the expansion of the base, you see, the program, the futuristic challenges, our rollback malaria initiative, our Afro Diaspora Cup of Nation, and all these things, the use cases, usability, liquidity, the way how you put it, it was so refreshing, because a lot of people think that liquidity is all. A lot of people think that, a coin failed because there's no liquidity. and they don't realize that no matter the liquidity and there's no demand for the coin, liquidity as good as nothing. And so I just wish as you give your 2 cents, because I'm also waiting for the exchange, the programmers to indicate to me exactly when we would have going live, because they're still working on some technical areas, and so we will stay the course until they can indicate to us. All right, so Bodaka, please give us, your overall uh, experience and your highs and lows in this community.
Well, good morning again, Chief. Good day to everybody again. Well, I came into TACC in 2020, and that would have been just on the turn of just as the pandemic began to set in Antigua. And I was actually heading in a different direction. I was in a 20 plus year career. Uh, I was actually pursuing my bachelor's degree at the time. I had every plans to have a long, fruitful career where I was. And then I got put in a forum for TACC. And this was done by Madam Oledeli, as I said, who I went to college, did some studies with. And I, like the director of training, like to do my research. So I didn't just exit the group. I decided to start to look into it. I listened to the first voice note from Chief Abundance, and my mind was changed. It was pivoted in a 180 from where I was at the time and what I was focusing on. And as I began to really listen to what I was hearing, I realized that this was actually what I have been preparing for without even realizing that I was preparing for it. And as I met the man, Mr. Chief Abundance, in person, and we spoke and began to really launch full into TACC, I can say to this global community that my mind has indeed been stretched and it cannot return to the original dimension. And the more I get involved in TACC, and the more I learn, and as I'm a person that there isn't ever a moment, a day that I'm not TACCing. I from the moment I wake up until when I go to sleep, it's always something involving TACC, whether it's helping a Tiashan, whether it's really advancing the community. This community that if we continue to press forward and continue to really pull up our sleeves and really get to work in TACC, there is nothing that we cannot accomplish. That I take on in TACC, I really have to tip my hat to Chief Abundance, because I am saying to myself, entails so much, and he has a global responsibility that's maybe 50 times my area of responsibility. And I don't know how Chief Abundance does it. To be able to manage personalities of varying experiences and levels. And I don't know how Chief does it. I really inspires me. So does the director of training, where when I really learn as we communicate and interact, and her ability to do what she does so well, and chief of staff, and I'm telling you, this community stands on the shoulders of giants. And I am so privileged to stand with this team and with this community. And I will say, if I'm looking for a low point, I would have to identify back in Antigua when we were given the explicit instructions to cease and desist TACC operations officially. I mean, I had a vibrant, functioning executive that we were preparing to really turn. And um, if those of us who were here long enough, we would know that when TACC went on the exchange originally for Byrick, we put on a national motorcade in Antigua.
Yes, that's true.
For TACC. That's the extent to which we were really looking to turn Antigua. The authorities started, but despite or in spite of that, we were determined that this mission and this vision of TACC was still non-negotiable, and we had to find a way to stay not only engaged, but to also continue to see this mission and this vision move forward in whatever new form that would have taken. And so we pulled up our sleeves and we figured out how we would execute a non-negotiable mission and vision. And I must say today that Antigua rose to the occasion. The people rose to the occasion. The people caught the vision. They decided that they want to take their own destiny in their own hands and that they were going to make sure that they would not kick this buck down the road and wait for the next generation to get it done. But they themselves will become an active part of getting this thing done. And so I really want to say kudos to Antigua and Barbuda for the effort and the work and the continued sustained effort that they continue to make in this global community. And I just want to really appreciate where we are today, where we're going, for us to realize as a community that the exchange is only one part of what we're really accomplishing here. It's a place where we meet to do trading, etc. But it's to understand the importance of expanding the base. It's understanding the importance of the social programs that we're rolling out, understanding the importance of the Afro diaspora city and the usability, understanding that it's not just liquidity, it's not just having an exchange where you can go and trade coins, but it's having a demand for your TACC, having the ability to walk into a store and to use your TACC without even converting it to money, but to spend it just as it is. So that's it, community. Let's continue to stay on fire for TACC.
Thank you very much.
Be your own boss, you will never be on scrap. Sure. Invest little money, live like a star. If you want joy, tell up or retire. First of all, it's here very simple. Let me make the message clear to all of my people. Sending you the message from Maserati to Plebo. If you want get rich, you must sit on Jedi Pachipo. Call it your mind for anywhere, man, I'm stress free. Rare on your channel for you, operate it into east. But ain't she setting in the market and she using TACC? Look at how market feeling rise, Jeff on using TACC. One TACC, one child with any poverty. If you want get rich, I recommend you cryptocurrency. One you, one TACC, group prosperity. Get up from your sleep and make your dream a reality.
One child, one time. One you, one time.
Yeah. All right, and so while we are talking here and are preparing to go live, I am in still constant communication with the programmers. And so they have asked me to break this up because they will need a little extra time to get certain things in the background connected. And it's taking them a little bit more time than they anticipated. So I will not stretch this hour out, but rather we will come back. I think they said I should give them about um, 2 hours or so. So they should be finished with that end of it. And this is what we spoke about, the challenges of putting something that I've never done, the technical aspect of it, and how it's not as easy as we think it is to bring software and hardware to connect all those third party uh, all those third party features. And a lot of us understood that when we were launching on Byrek, how it took us over 2 weeks on an exchange that was already existing. So what I will do now, based on information, because we will not go live for that long, so that the video itself is so long so people cannot. So we just mark this as part one. And so when we come back in a couple of hours, we will just do part two of the exchange going live, so that we have a little time between now and then. These are the going uphill challenges, and you must know how to navigate them as they hit you. You must know how to package it and deliver it. And so, as I said, we will pause and we will, do one or two things that we have to do. And I will send another link inside the forum so that we can pick up in the second half as the programmers call all hands are on deck as I'm speaking to you, because they know that we're actually live. And so they crave the community indulgence to give them another 2 hours so that they can able to put all the pieces together. So Tiashans, I want to thank you very much for joining the first half. A matter of fact, Ambassador, you will speak in the second half as we launch our exchange, which is a historical moment, and all these things must be captured in the book.
Yes, Chief.
Yeah. I wanna be rich.
I wanna be rich. I wanna be rich. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You wanna be rich. You wanna be rich. Show me that get rich.
And so please take note of the information that I've just sent out, as I am in live communication with the back office, and that there are some technical issues that is presenting some challenges, that they will need a couple more hours to join. And so we will bring this first part one to a close, and we will rejoin them just about half an hour into launching, so we don't take much time in part two. This is Chief Abundance. Who said it was going to be easy? I want that yeah. Thanks again to the panelists for your contribution, speaking about the highs and the lows in this great community. but how we were able to keep the community together in spite or despite of the many characters that makes up the whole. And we must always remember that life is like a horse race. Is the difference of the horses that really makes the race interesting. Because if all the horses were the same, if all our mindsets were the same, life would be very boring. And so sometimes, even the unnecessary, even the intentional, even the deceptions, the praises, the wanderers, they all make up that mix to bring out the gem or to refine us and to make us better and stronger leaders. Leaders that are being prepared to handle what is to come, because this is indeed a university. And so don't take anything for granted. Tomorrow, when you're called upon to address complex issues, you would have had lessons. You would have gained experience. You would have been in a better position to speak, having been through this tunnel, a tunnel that some thought we would have never made it on the other side. And so again, this is Chief Abundance. I'll be back with you in a bit. TACC continues to go uphill.
No, won't